I will tell you that my experience with using the drug is in line with what the data already showed, which is robust, very potent, and what we call temporally associated responses. The patients themselves are telling me that the drug works. We formed a group called the Frontline COVID-19 Critical Care Alliance, and we started in the beginning researching, reading, looking at every paper that came out on every aspect of COVID. Not only that, but we learned at the bedside. All of us have worked so hard in the ICUs, studying, learning, figuring out how to treat patients. We've done remarkably well. Our group has come to, pretty much national and international attention for our protocols and for our sort of identification of therapies that work in this disease. We were not the first to use ivermectin, but we are trying to bring it to the world's attention as a group of published academics and physicians, is that Dr. Marik was really the first one to sort of what I would call identify the data signal showing efficacy for ivermectin. He did that after maybe 3 or 4 or 5 compelling small clinical trials came out. He said, you know what, this thing appears to be working. And ever since then, our group has been hyper-focused and immersed on all of the data on ivermectin. That's all I've done for months. I'm the first author of the manuscript that just got accepted for publication. I think it's a historic manuscript. That manuscript includes 27 controlled trials, including over 6,500 patients. The randomized controlled trials, we have 16 randomized controlled trials that we describe in that, with over 2,500 patients. The data is just going to be overwhelming pretty soon. The WHO is going to come out with a recommendation because they've hired a consultant to look at all of these trials. And I think once the trial results hit about 3,000 plus patients and they collect all the data they need from the investigators, they are able to look at all these trials, the soundness of the trials. Once they're satisfied, I think the WHO is going to come out with a worldwide recommendation.